Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Zach, today. I'm not joined by the other nerds today. However, James and Benji would love to be here. They're just a bit busy. They've got things going on. And I just had to record a podcast because the last 3 days have brought us three amazing games and it needs to be reacted to. So that's why I'm bringing you this podcast today. So make sure you make sure you subscribe for more. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And also follow us on social media. The link tree is in the description below. So check us out. We're pretty active, so it's worth a follow on there. First game, CSK versus the Delhi Capitals. That took place on Wednesday, and CSK were really impressive in this game. I thought, well, after their initial issues with the bat, I thought the way they applied themselves on the Cheapok pitch was really good. But it was always going to be hard for Delhi, given that they've not won at the Cheapok Stadium since 2010. So it was going to take some good winning, some good playing for them to win. Or maybe it's 2012. I can't remember the exact stat. But I thought Delhi bowled pretty well. They impressed me a lot, especially Khalil Ahmed up front and Axar Patel through the middle. I mean, Axar Patel, he's been the stand-up player for Delhi. We mention him every time Delhi play, and the reason being is because he's been very good. But the way they applied themselves, they took regular wickets. They didn't let any of the Chennai batters get in. No one in that whole innings made more than 25. And that was Shivam Dubey, who just came in and whacked, as he did. 3 sixes, got out, typical Shivam Dubey innings. But I thought the way that they bowled through the middle overs, particularly Mitchell Marsh as well. I mean, he's a massive, massive success for Delhi. He's the key if they're going to get through to the plus. So I'm going to talk about the table later. But Mitchell Marsh, he gets runs and he takes wickets and he's a great fielder. He is their key player, their key all-rounder. And the way he bowled is exactly what Delhi need. It's just a shame that he was let down in their innings by being run out by Manish Pandey. It was absolutely criminal because he could have been the man to help them there. But the story of this match was MS Dhoni. I mean, he came in at the perfect time, really. Not long to go in the innings, and he just had fun. He faced 9 balls, 20 runs, 2 sixes, job done. He's got us up to a competitive total. And Benji was really happy because MS Dhoni played the typical captain's knock, as we've seen Dhoni do so often. And yeah, I think he got them above par. It was a tricky pitch to bat on. I was saying about 160 would be really competitive. So to get 167, it was just too much for DC to do. And that proved in the way that they went about their innings and the way that Chennai bowled. I mean, it was quite obvious from the first innings that spin was the way to win in this game. I mean, we saw Kuldeep Yadav and Axar Patel bowl really well for DC, and Jadeja and Moeen Ali and Theekshana all played a very, very crucial hand for CSK, especially Ravi Jadeja, who just tied the batsman down in those middle overs. It was really hard for Delhi. I mean, Rousseau, he tried to play the innings that was needed when they lost so many early wickets, but he should have just played his natural way, I think, because he ended up playing what James would call a stinky innings, along with Manish Pandey, who was a bit similar, but he faced 37 balls for 35. Now, really, Riley Rousseau, he should have been hitting 35 off maybe 25 balls and given the rest of the team an extra 12 balls. I'm not sure, but for me, he didn't. I know that they were under pressure because they were losing wickets, but at the same time, he needed to take a few more risks if they were going to win that game. Like Axar Patel did, who played a very, very good innings, 21 of 12. That sort of an innings was going to help. And we saw it throughout Chennai's innings. No one scored more than 25. So those quick 20s, that was what was needed. So yeah, it's a shame that Riley Rousseau and Manish Pandey didn't quite take those risks needed to get up to that score. However, Chennai bowled very well, as I've said. Pathirana, awesome, finished the game well, and yeah, too much for Delhi in the end. So awesome spinning from Chennai, and great finishing by Patharana to win that game. So then we move on to looking at Kolkata Knight Riders versus Rajasthan Royals. Story of the day is Yashasvi Jaiswal, who he needs to get into the Indian team. They were saying at the start of the season when he was playing well, he needs to get into the Indian A team. He is smashing down that door to get into the Indian team. He's exactly what they need. He's a young, quick scoring, consistent opener, and they haven't got that at the moment. Well, Sharma hasn't been doing so well lately. Kerala Hall hasn't been doing so well lately. Shubman Gill with Yashasvi Jaiswal, I reckon that's a great pair for India to open. So please let us know in the comments if you think that is a great opening pair. In my opinion, it's the best they've got. So yeah, Yashasvi Jaiswal, story of the day. We'll come to him in a minute because Kolkata Knight Riders batted first, and it just looked lackluster. It just looked like they were trying to get going and couldn't quite get there. I mean, even Venkatesh Iyer, who scored a 50 and was the standout innings, he struggled at times. And I think credit has to go to the Rajasthan bowlers. But Joe Root to bowl 2 overs for 14. I know he's all right in 2020 in terms of his bowling, but he's not a 7 and over economy. He can probably get away with an 8. So I think they didn't really take as many risks against Joe Root. And Yuzvendra Chahal, it was his day, really. He managed to become the highest wicket taker in the history of the IPL. And if you look at how many matches he's played, the wickets he's got per match is next level. And I love Chahal because he started off at RCB. Well, he didn't. He started off at Mumbai, I think, and then moved to RCB. But he played most of his cricket at RCB, and he's got a special place in my heart there. But yeah, he bowled superbly well and deserved to be the top wicket taker in the history of the IPL. But he stopped Kolkata from getting anywhere near a decent total. And the reason is because you look at Andre Russell and Rinku Singh, the key players, the key finishers for KKR, they were in way too early. And it's because of the fact that Rajasthan bowled so well and got regular wickets. So the fact that they were in too early to really capitalize meant they could bowl well at them. They put pressure on them. They minimized the damage that those two could cause. And they were restricted to just under 150, which, as we saw from Yashasvi Jaiswal, it was just too small a total. And the way he played, he hit the first 3 balls, 2 sixes, then a 4. I think there's only been another incident where Virat Kohli hit Varun Aaron for 2 sixes off the first 2 balls of an IPL innings. But I think that's the only second time a batsman's hit 2 sixes off the first 2 balls of an innings. But yeah, Nitish Rana, I don't know what he was thinking as the captain, bringing himself on for the first over. But to go for 26, it just broke the back straight away of that chase. I mean, if Yashasvi Jaiswal did one thing wrong, it was running out Butler. It wasn't a run. I don't know what he was doing there. So unlucky for Butler because he probably would have got going as well, but he got 0 off 3. And Samson played a good hand to support Yashasvi Jaiswal, but he was a bit selfish as well in that he didn't let Jaiswal get his century. I mean, come on, what's he playing at? No, it was a great performance from Rajasthan. Really good all round from them, and they're stopping Joe Root from batting. And if they keep doing that, then they're going to win games, aren't they? So yeah, really good from Rajasthan. Not so good from KKR. And the last game, today's game, Mumbai Indians versus Gujarat Titans. The table toppers were given a bit of a hiding, and it's starting to look like Mumbai Indians are going to be favourites, and it's because of one man, and that is Suryakumar Yadav. I mean, if you look at the top 3, Kishan Sharma, Suryakumar Yadav, they are a strong 3. Rohit Sharma seems to be hitting his stride a bit. He played another good knock today. He didn't hit the big innings that we're used to with Rohit Sharma, but he's getting himself back into form. He's starting to time the ball a lot better. He hit a couple of 6s, which is always good for your confidence in 2020 cricket. And Ishan Kishan looked really good until both of them fell to Rashid Khan, who, and other than Suryakumar Yadav, player of the match for me. But yeah, Ishan Kishan and Rohit Sharma got them off to a really strong start. And then Sky, He's back to his scary best. That man, when he's in and when he's in form, best 2020 batsman in the world ever. I mean, him and AB de Villiers, the 360 degrees batting, it's next level. And he doesn't necessarily hit the ball off the middle of the bat all the time, but he just finds the areas, and that's the skill. It's not just blind hitting. It's not Shivam Dubé, don't move your feet and swing. It's calculated, it's clever, and yeah, if he keeps going, he could single-handedly win Mumbai Indians this tournament. No doubt about it. The man is on a different level, and he got Mumbai Indians up to 218. For me, par was probably like 200. One, it's the wank is you want lots of runs when the other team's chasing. But even though they scored 218, I was sat there thinking to myself, Gujarat Titans are the best chasing team in the tournament. They bat so deep. It's going to be hard for Mumbai to claw this back. However, Mumbai Indians bowled really well at the start of the innings. They picked up key wickets early on. And for me, it was due to Madhawal, the impact sub. And we have actually got a CNQ, which I'm going to mention now because it's to do with this, which is from, I'm going to get this right, Tsukishi Mashizuku, who said, I saw a tweet by Harsha Bogler yesterday about bowlers becoming irrelevant. So hashtag CNQ, what do you guys think about impact player rule now? Impact player rule, I'm happy with, and I'm interested to get the other boys' opinions. And I think it is stopping those part-time bowlers. But today, and what we've been seeing over the last few games, is that the impact sub is starting to come good. At the start of the tournament, the impact sub was doing nothing for the team. But the way it's being used now, Madhawal, they're getting used to the role. And Madhawal, he came in, he knows his role as an opening bowler, and he's been really good for Mumbai Indians when they've been missing Jasprit Bumrah. I know he's not a Jasprit Bumrah, but he's been filling that void in terms of taking regular wickets. And I thought today, he was the key to Mumbai defending that total, really, in that he got the openers, Gill and Sahar, who've been so good all tournament, really, for Gujarat. They're giving them solid starts. And then he came back to get rid of David Miller, who is one of the best finishers in IPL history. And to come in and get David Miller when he was looking really dangerous and could have been the difference, yeah, really, really good from him. And I think Gujarat, the way they went about their chase is exactly how Delhi Capitals should have gone about their chase. When they'd lost early wickets, Vijay Shankar and David Miller, they went for it. They took risks. And if it had paid off, or if Mumbai hadn't have bowled as well as they did, then those risks would have paid. They would have got them the game. So I think there's a lesson there for Delhi. But yeah, the difference was their bowlers. They bowled really well. Chawla, he slowed things down in the middle. Meant that it was too much for Gujarat. But we can't finish without talking about Rashid Khan. It was basically Mumbai Indians versus Rashid Khan. He took 4 wickets for 30 runs, and then he hit 79 of 32, 3 fours, and 10 sixes. Benji and James aren't here, so I've got to mention the Dutty wrists. The Dutty wrists were out today. He was picking up balls outside off and smashing them into the leg side boundary. He was helicopter shots as well. It was a classic Rashid Khan innings, and it was, if you haven't watched it, watch the highlights, because his whole innings was a highlights package. It was really, really good to watch. So should Gujarat be batting him higher? I don't know if that's if he could fit in that order, given they've got a really good settled order. So maybe Rashid Khan as that finishing role is great, but man, Rashid Khan, I knew he was a good batter, but that good, I don't know. And he played against a decent Mumbai Indians attack. I think he just took a liking to Kumar Kartikeya, really. But yeah, the way he batted was next level. But again, too much for Gujarat. And it means that now we're looking at the table, there are three key standouts: Gujarat Titans, Chennai Super Kings, and Mumbai Indians. They are the three who are likely to qualify now. They've all got 2 games left. They're all on 14 points or more. So it's between them. So they're probably going to qualify along with one other, and it could be anyone. I mean, if you look at DC at the bottom on 8 from 11 games, they've got 3 games left. If they win them all, 14 points, they could easily make it. The table's that tight at the moment. I mean, every team is going to want to win every game now. It's that time of the tournament. So yeah, 14 points looks like what everyone wants to get, and then it will come down to net run rate. I mean, Rajasthan Royals and Lucknow Supergiants, they're kind of leading the way on net run rate with the positive. Everyone else is a negative net run rate. So yeah, it's probably looking like Rajasthan Royals are going to be that 4th team, or Lucknow Supergiants, but who knows what can happen. I mean, RCB, their next game's against Rajasthan. If we win, same points as Rajasthan, challenging for that qualifying spot, which, come on, RCB, we can do it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I know it's just been me talking to you. The nerds will be here for the next one. James and Benji will be making an appearance in the next podcast that we're going to do. And we can't wait, because this IPL, someone left a C&Q, which I'm going to answer anyway. I don't know who it was from, but and it was something about, is this the best IPL ever? It's looking like it's going to be one of the best IPLs ever. It's really close. We're seeing some great cricket, and we can't wait to see what the result is. So keep supporting, subscribe, comment, like, all those things that help us out. And we're going to see you in the next podcast.